Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Danielle.
Welcome to Daniel's Book Reviews. What book are we reviewing today, Daniel?
All four stars.
I'm guessing, based on your background and mine, that this is not an astronomy book about four stars in the sky, but rather a food book.
Yeah, let me explain. So this girl, she's like 10 or 11. She really likes cooking and she really likes eating and she really likes writing reviews. Like, because her mom and her dad are terrible cooks. Their like things are always very soggy and mushy and terrible and microwaved.
Is
Eh,
that, do you identify with that? Is that something that you feel you have in common with the main character?
eh, at least. And her mom always buy when she tries to bake cookies with her mom, she always
hmm
buys the healthy version. At least my mom is dedicated to cookies.
That's good. So we have this girl who really likes food, but whose parents can't cook.
Yeah, and they don't want to cook. And her dad never follows recipes and her mom always gets the healthy version of that thing. And yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, she's trying to make creme brulee, like a dessert that you need the blowtorch for, and she used a real blowtorch from the garage, and she wasn't supposed to. And she's
Uh-huh.
secretly cooking while her parents are gone, because they're gone for in while, because they have work. And yeah, she's secretly cooking, and she's done 140 dishes, and this will be her, yeah. And she's trying to make creme brulee with a blowtorch, and she accidentally sets the curtains on fire. And so she tells her parents about it, how she's cooking, and they ban her from cooking
Wow,
because
that seems a
because
little excessive.
because she set the curtains on fire and everything. So at school, they have to write what they want to do and be in the future. She writes about wanting to be a food critic, and so yeah. But
In the
back
school paper or
it they have a competition,
uh-huh.
of who should be and what they want to be in the future, and whoever's is the best in the whole entire I think New York State, or New York City or something, gets their thing published in the New York Standard, which is the biggest newspaper in the country.
Okay. So like the New York Times, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, they get the thing published in the New York Standard.
Okay.
Um, the person who works there is oh, this doesn't look like a thing from sixth graders. This looks like a thing, a resume for wanting to be a food critic or something. And so she puts it for the food critic hiring pile or
Uh-huh.
something. um and that same week, the main person who does the food critics burned his tongue, and so he can't do any more food criticking for a week or weeks. And so her thing gets dumped in for the Fiona Inthiglo. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, and
Uh-huh.
she's the editor. um yeah, and she sees it and she's like, oh, this is oh, I'm gonna hire you. And so she sends an email to the person. I don't know how she got the email, her email. It's probably on the paper somewhere, for her thing. And she's like, can you send me a few of your past reviews?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, what, is this a prank? And she asked her friend next door, who is pretty good with computer stuff, to see if it's from the New York Standard editor, and it
Uh-huh.
is. And so she sends some of her reviews from her mom, and from her mom's and dad cooking. and also one good review because she has a friend who has parents who are like Indian and they make really good Indian food. She sends
So
them in and she gets hired and she tries to like do
so
review.
she gets hired. So does she go to restaurants then as part of this job? Or
Yeah, and she tries to do it without telling her parents and yeah.
so that's interesting because not to not to turn this into Sandy's movie reviews, but one of my favorite movies has a similar start where I think it's a high schooler, like a 15-year-old, sends a gets hired by a news magazine to cover a band because they think that he's like a professional writer by
Yeah.
accident. Uh, um, but so okay, so talk to me about what kind of like does she have a favorite food? Is she like into a specific cuisine, or she just likes trying everything?
She likes like baking, she likes writing and she's pretty good at it. Like her reviews are she's like really good at writing reviews and in the book like lots of people like her reading her reviews and yeah.
So I mean, let's you've eaten at restaurants.
Yeah, I've even at a couple fancy restaurants.
What's your do you have a preference of like fancy restaurants over non-fancy restaurants? Like if you were writing reviews, what restaurant would get the best reviews from you?
Um probably meals that probably meals that have like spaghetti and butter because I like spaghetti and butter. So,
Yeah, I think don't you like a specific chain for their spaghetti and butter?
um, I mean, lots of places have spaghetti and butter.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also this place called Fazoli's, and it has like fettuccine alfredo, and that's really good. And me and my brother like it.
Okay. But I guess pretend you were writing a review. How would you review that?
The meal is very fast and kind of warm, and lots of people probably don't like it. Like the sauce is good, and sometimes the noodles clump together, but that adds to the texture, and I like it when they clump together.
I see.
Um,
So you're
and
like the opposite of this food critic of the girl in the book in that she doesn't like fast food like that, right?
yeah, there's like a couple fast food places, and she hates them because they're like really bad, and yeah.
Now, did you find that despite your taste being different from the main character, you were still able to relate to it?
Um, I mean, I lived in New York for like a year or two, and they live in New York.
Yeah. But I mean, specifically, like, it's like she gets frustrated because she has to eat fast food or like her parents cooking. You like fast food. So does that seem weird to you, or were you able to like get into her head and understand why?
I mean, I understand why, kind of, because like she had fast food, and then her aunt showed her like these really good food places, and she realized that like fast food is actually pretty bad.
I
I
see.
mean, and it probably is, but like, I mean, to my unrefined taste bud, it's good.
Well, no, all I'm saying is I think that, taste is different for everybody. So what one person likes may not be what another person likes.
Like how I told you about her friends and how her Indian, like her friend is like really picky and she only likes dry cereal, and like she doesn't like her like parents food, and the main character, like really likes her friend's parents food because like they're really good, and yeah. So
Yeah, cool. So I know we promised our viewers something cooking related. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to physically make something, but we virtually made a brownie. So can you review this brownie that you have for us?
um
Let's see it. Okay.
Yeah. Um. Very like chocolatey, and it's kind of like flaky at the on the and tart on the top,
Uh-huh.
but in the middle it's really like soft and like fudge like. And there's also chocolate chips in it, and it helps the texture of the like. It contrasts with the middle softness.
Nice. So overall, how would you rate this brownie?
Um, 3 stars out of 4 stars, because that's what food critics use.
4 stars. Although I mean, Michelin uses the restaurants are rated out of 3, right?
Michelin, yeah, but there's also Michelin is only one thing.
I see. So like New York Times is out of 4 stars, I guess.
Food critics, yeah, like some critics, yeah, use 4 stars.
Good to know. Well, it sounds like you learned a lot. Now, does this book make you want to try new foods, or are you still gonna stick with buttered spaghetti?
I mean, I already have tried some foods, but yeah, it would probably make me try more foods.
Now, is this? Are there any real restaurants that she reviews? Like, are there places we could go in New York and eat at?
I'm not really sure. I didn't really do research on it,
Okay. Well,
but some
that's
of them might be.
well, we'll have to check that out. Then we can do we can come back to it and do an actual review, contrasting it with what she reviewed in the book. Maybe. Um, cool, great. That sounds like an interesting book. I haven't read a lot of books where around food. It reminds me, like, I mean, not quite like Ratatouille, but a little bit of Ratatouille in
Uh,
terms of like where the parents don't have the same taste as their kids.
oh yeah, right. I watched that movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, with the rat that cooks.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so what uh what are we gonna do next week? Any ideas?
Um, maybe. I mean, I have read a lot of books that were. Yeah, I've read a couple series in the last week.
So we did launch our new Facebook page. We'll add some pictures to it. But did anyone have suggestions for you there
Um,
that
I'm
you want
pretty I'm pretty sure someone suggested Redwall.
to?
Um, and I might reread it since I already read it, but I stopped because it was a little, yeah, it's too complicated. But yeah, I might reread it.
Yeah, I think if you read the 3 books in the first series, we can do a review of like just that of the first 3.
Okay.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching. We have to now we have to say like and subscribe because you fixed the whole video uploading thing, right?
What?
Did
I did.
you they can like and subscribe now?
Oh,
And then
they could always do that, couldn't they?
I guess maybe they didn't get notifications, but now they can also get notifications.
Oh, yeah, cause yeah.
All right. So join us next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.